So what was discussed? We derived that steady flow energy equation by taking some assumptions and arranging the some energy at the inlet and outlet. So what we got? The steady flow energy equation we got, that is mass multiplied with potential energy plus kinetic energy plus the total heat content, that is enthalpy at the inlet, plus the heat interaction, is equal to the mass and the potential energy at the outlet, the kinetic energy at the outlet, the enthalpy at the outlet plus work interaction. That we got the steady flow energy equation, that we called as SFEE. So what are the steady flow? What is the steady flow energy equation per unit mass? If mass will be divided, then this mass and mass will be cancelled out. What will get? Potential energy at the inlet GZ1, kinetic energy at the inlet per unit mass, enthalpy at unit mass plus Q divided by M, that is your heat per unit mass, that is kilojoule per kg, is equal to potential energy at the outlet per unit mass, kinetic energy per unit mass, enthalpy, and W divided by M, that we got small w, that is kilojoule per kg, that is work per unit mass. Okay, so then we will show what is the abbreviation, that P1 V1 P2 V2. What are the P1 V1 and P2 V2? These are the flow work at entering and leaving, half mv square, half V1 square and half V2 square. So kinetic energy at entering and leaving per unit mass, GZ1 GZ2, potential energy at the entering and leaving per unit mass, U1 U2, internal energy at entering and leaving per unit mass, H1 H2, enthalpy at inlet and outlet per unit mass, that specific enthalpy. You can say this one is your specific enthalpy at inlet and outlet. What is your Q? Heat transfer in kilojoule, W work done in kilojoule, small q, that is heat transfer per unit mass, small w, that is your work done per unit mass. The heat and unit is kilojoule, per unit mass, that is kilojoule per kg. So that by utilizing this formula, in the next slide we will discuss how to solve the problem. Okay, then where it will be utilized, steady flow, how the steady flow energy equation will be utilized for a nozzle or for a open system or for a flow device, that we will discuss. So steady flow devices, what are the steady flow devices? Turbine, pump, compressor, boiler, these are the steady flow devices. But in our course there is turbine and compressor is there. So what is turbine? Turbine is basically used in the power plant to generate the power, or you can say you generate the work. So in the turbine, this one is the inlet side, steam inlet, or you can say that is your water turbine, hydraulic turbine. So water will be inlet or steam will be inlet. Steam turbine, steam will be inlet. Water turbine or hydraulic turbine, the water will be at the inlet. Okay. So steam will be inlet here and steam will be exit here. So this one is the inlet section, this one is the exit section. Some heat will be rejected, W amount of work you got. So this one is your some blade and this is the shaft. This is the turbine. So basically turbine is a work producing device. Turbine is a work producing device. How it will be produce the work? By expanding the fluid or expanding the working fluid. If it will be expanding the steam as a working fluid, it may expanding the water as a working fluid. So turbine is basically a work producing device where it will be expand the working fluid inside it. And what we got? We got work. Okay, it is a device in which high temperature and high pressure fluid is expanded to low pressure and low temperature, resulting generation of positive work of at the turbine shaft. When something will be expanded, that means when it will be expanded, the volume increases. When the volume will be increases, the pressure will be decreases as well as temperature will be decreases in this case. The turbine is a work producing device, so work done by the system will take positive work. So work producing means it is a positive work you got. Turbine using gas as a working fluid as gas turbine, using water as a working fluid water turbine, using steam as a working fluid, that is steam turbine. Okay. So see, this turbine is Q dot is equal to 0. Q dot is equal to 0 means this turbine make insulated. The turbine boundaries make insulated. So if insulated turbine boundaries make insulated, so that means what is there? It is a adiabatic process. There is no heat transfer, but you can get the work, and mass interaction is there. And heat as a form of energy is not crossing the system boundary, but work as a form of energy you can get. So this is a which system? This is a adiabatic system. Okay. So here Q dot is equal to 0. That means the boundaries make as insulation. Okay. So since the turbine is insulated, so Q is equal to heat transfer is equal to 0. So which work you got? When the steam will be expanded in the blade, when the steam will be expanded in this stationary blade and the moving blade, then what will happen? The blade will be rotated. When the blade will be rotated, the shaft will be rotated, and the shaft work you got, that is your which work? That is your mechanical form of work. Work is a form of energy. Okay, so which work you got? The W amount of work you got. So work done by the system, that is a positive work. Okay, steam velocity at the inlet and outlet of the turbine is taken as same. So V1 is approximately same as V2. Turbine is positioned horizontally. If turbine is positioned horizontally, then Z1 is equal to what? Z1 is equal to your Z2. Okay, if Z1 is equal to Z2, then what is your potential energy? GZ1. So change in potential energy, what will be there? Z1 minus Z2 is equal to 0. So therefore, applying steady flow energy equation to the control. Why you are applying steady flow energy equation in this system? Because you see that steady flow energy equation will be utilized where there will be heat work interaction and there will be mass flow. Here also heat and work interaction will be there, and there will be some mass will be entering and leaving. So we can use which formula? We can use steady flow energy equation in this steam turbine. So what is your steady flow energy equation? Energy equation, that is mass into GZ1 plus V1 square by 2 plus H1 is plus Q is equal to mass into GZ2 plus V2 square by 2 plus H2 plus of W. So what you get? We want the work. How much work will be produced by the steam turbine, that you have to find out. So what you have to find out? You have to take one side W, and other side, all these term will be taken to the right and left hand side. So if this term will be taken to the left hand side, then what will get? It will be negative minus. So mgz1, this mgz2 will be taken negative. So mgz1 minus mgz2. So m will be taking common gz1 minus z2. V1 square by 2, this V2 square by 2 will be taken to the left side. It will be minus V1 square by 2 minus V2 square by 2 plus. This one is your H1 enthalpy. If this H2 will be taken to the left side, it will be minus, because here it will be positive, plus Q. So you know that what are the condition we get? Insulated. Insulated means Q is equal to 0. V1 is approximately same as V2. So V1 minus V1 square by 2 is minus V2 square by 2 will be 0. If Z1 is equal to Z2, so if Z1 is equal to Z2, Z1 minus Z1 is equal to 0. So what you get? We get W is equal to M into H1 minus H2. That is your steady flow energy equation for turbine. What is your M? M is for mass of working fluid. What is your H? H1 is your specific enthalpy at inlet. Specific, what is enthalpy? The total energy content of a liquid or fluid is known as your what? Enthalpy. What is H2? Specific enthalpy at the outlet. So that we got work done is equal to M into change in enthalpy, mass into change in enthalpy, that we got, that is your work done for steady flow turbine. By using steady flow energy equation and by some condition, we get the steady flow energy equation for turbine is this one, and you are utilizing this formula for doing some problem. Okay. Next is a steady flow device, that is compressor. Like compressor, refrigerator, pump, these are the work consuming device. In refrigerator, if you want to run the refrigerator, you have to give the electric power or electric supply. The electric supply, electrical energy you have to give. That energy in the form of work, that your work you have to give to the refrigerator, then only the refrigerator will work. When you are increase the head of the water, you are using the pump. So if you are not giving the electric supply, the pump will not rotate. That means you are giving the electrical input. The electrical input, that is your form of work, that work input you have to give. Like compressor. Compressor also a work consuming device. Turbine is also a work producing device. The compressor is basically defined as the mechanical device which is used to increase the pressure of fluid by securing the work energy from the surrounding. It will take work energy from the surrounding and it will increase the pressure of the fluid. So work done on the system, if compressor is a system, then you have to give the work to the system. So work done on the system is your which work? Negative work. So work energy will be supplied to the system, that is compressor from surrounding with the help of rotating shaft. Which will rotate the compressor shaft? That will be rotated by the some prime mover. Some prime mover means the engine which will be give you the convert the raw energy into mechanical, that is known as a prime mover. Some prime mover or some motor will be there to run the compressor shaft. Okay, engine shaft, compressor engine shaft. So that is work input in on the system or work done on the system, that is taken as negative. So see here, let's see here the following figure of compressor where low pressure fluid will be enter at inlet. Here low pressure fluid will be enter at inlet and high pressure fluid will be leave at the outlet. As we know that compressor used to increase the pressure by taking the work from outside. So it will low pressure fluid will be inlet, so it will be increase the high pressure fluid at the compressor at the section 2. So 1 is the inlet, 2 is the outlet. So since compressor is well insulated, so not turbine, this is your compressor. So compressor boundary is taken as insulator. Since compressor is well insulated, so Q is equal to what? 0. So work absorbing means work done on the system. It will be taking external work. So work done on the system will be always taken as negative, so minus of 1 W. And V1 velocity at inlets will be approximately equal to V2. And Z1 and Z2 compressor will be placed horizontally. If the compressor will be placed horizontally, then Z1 and Z2 is equal to same. The inlet height and outlet height of the liquid will be same. Then by applying steady flow energy equation on the control volume of steam compressor, then mass into GZ1 plus V1 square by 2 plus H1 plus Q is equal to mass into GZ2 plus V2 square by 2 plus H2 plus of minus W. Why minus W? Because compressor is a work consuming device. So work done on the system, that will be taken as negative. So as you know that what you have to find out, we have to find out the work. So if this is a negative, we will take to the left hand side, it will be positive. So all the left hand side energy will be taken to the right hand side. So all they will be negative. So mg Z2 minus Z1 plus V2 square by 2, this is the minus V1 square by 2 plus H2, this H1 will be come to that side, that is minus H2 plus, so this one is your minus Q, it should be minus Q. So by applying this condition, the Q is equal to 0, V1 is equal to V2, so V1 square minus V2 square is equal to 0, Z1 is equal to Z2, so Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0. So what we get? W is equal to mass into H2 minus H1, that is steady flow energy equation for compressor, where M is the mass, H1 is the specific enthalpy, H2 is the specific enthalpy at the outlet. Okay. So what we got? Work done for the turbine is mass into H1 minus H2. Work done for the compressor is mass into H2 minus H1. Why H2 minus H1? Because compressor is a work consuming device. The compressor work is negative work, and this work is your positive. So where you can apply the steady flow energy equation? We are applying steady flow energy equation at that system where mass will be interacted, continuous mass supply will be there, mass in, mass out, where heat and work interaction will be there. So at that system we are using steady flow energy equation. By using this formula, later we discuss about some problem regarding your nozzle, your turbine and your compressor.